So another type of sus chords is the sus2. The sus2 chord is also a chord that has tension, though it doesn't have as much tension as the sus4 chord, but it's also one that is used a lot. So for example, for it, use the second interval rather than the fourth. So 1, 2. And of course, it also demands resolution and it creates tension. So sometimes we use them interchangeably, sus4 and sus2 chords. And just like its sister chord, the sus4, it's also neither major nor minor. So it's it's on both sides, just right there in the middle. Like we said, just all you need is to replace the third with that. Okay, so for example, in the C chord, we have that C, have that D. Resolve it. Sometimes we combine to the 4 chord, to the sus4, and we go back. So we keep, moving between, back and forth between the sus4 chord, resolving and going back to the sus2 chord. So that is the C, sus2. Then for the G, the 2 is here, of course. Of course, we are not going to play this third. Mute it. So we have it right there. And the fingering, of course, you can see it. So you can put the 5th right here as well, such that you are able to strum. Of course, this one has to be muted. So that is the G sus2. The 2 is here. And then, of course, the other one is the D sus4. And the D sus2, the 2 is here. It's E, because we have D, E. So we have, so it's here, right here, open. And of course, resolution is here. So we also can do that. Right? And of course, like we said before, they can also resolve to the major chord. So from 2 to major, or from sus2 so either way, it works either way, in either direction. The other one is the A sus4, sus2. The 2 is here. The B, so A, B, A, B. Major, sus2, sus2, sus4, major, sus2, 4, major, sus2, like that. Another one is the E sus. So the E sus2, we're going to have this here, the root, the 5th, and the 2, which is here, because we have E, F sharp, right? And the 5th, of course, we shall double that, so we shall have that. And we can just lift and play everything like that. So E, B, F, the 2 is here. And of course, like I said, for these sus chords, they sound nice in their open in the open spaces. So you'll find that mostly to use these, it's better if you can use a couple. But of course, as you advance in your guitar skills, you can always, try other other sounds of either backwards, or try to figure out some other open sounds. But for now, we shall stick to the basics. So we have the C sus2, we have the G sus2, we have the D sus2, we have the A sus2, and we have the E sus2. Alright, there. So let's try out some exercises. So the first exercise we're going to look at, this progression uses strictly sus chords, no resolution. So the other thing about sus2 chords is they may or may not be resolved. Either way they work. They don't have as much tension as the sus4, like these ones. These ones are really, really unstable. But these ones, they're unstable but not that much. So you are like these ones. When you resolve it, you feel a real effect. But for this one, not that much. So let's try out this. The first one is of the root and then the chord together. So I've looked at, I've made a lesson before on how to pluck notes together, to pinch chords together. So you can check it out, so you're able to master this. But if you already know it, no need to bother. So we're starting with G, the root, twice, then go to C, then go to the D sus2, then we end with G sus2, and then we'll repeat. So we have like that. And of course, if you're using a plectrum, you can just say because we are then to the D chord, then that's fine as well. So they are down strums. So that is for the sus chords. Then the second exercise, we are going to have a kind of busier exercise, and it's going to be mixing major and minor chords. So we're going to start with the A sus2. So the rhythm is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so 1 and we switch the chord, 1 and 2 and we switch to the next chord, 3 and 4 and we switch to the next chord. 1 and 2 and so we start with the root, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we'll go to the D sus2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we end with A minor, 1 2 3 4. So let's go, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 3 4, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 3 4. So let me repeat that without me speaking, so you can hear everything clearly. Like that. So those are sus2 chords. Keep practicing them and you get comfortable with time, and you will hear how they enhance the mood of the song and how they beautify the song. And of course, like I've said, I'll put the recommended listenings in the description, so be sure to check it out and listen to the songs so you can get a feel of how these songs sound like, these chords sound like, and how they are used. Enjoy the lesson. I'll see you in the next one.